Suppose Mrs. Thorwald's wedding ring is among the jewelry he has in that handbag.
Set in the summer of 1954, Rear Window showcases a gripping mystery that captivates audiences with its suspenseful narrative. The film features an intriguing moment at the end, where the actress from the film interacts with fellow cast members in a less expected way. As the final scenes unfold, the playful spirit and camaraderie of the crew become evident. The actress, celebrated for her beauty and talent, finds herself at the center of an impromptu celebration. Cast and crew, having spent long hours together on set, respond to her presence with a mix of admiration and humor. They engage in lighthearted banter and jokingly express their appreciation for her stunning figure, admiring how her character's allure has contributed to the film's appeal. This moment reveals not only the affection and respect shared among the team, but also highlights the playful side that often emerges after the tension of filmmaking. As the laughter fills the air, it's clear that the bond formed during the intense production has created memories that will last a lifetime.
At night in the rain, and knives and saws and trunks with rope, and now this wife that isn't there anymore.
I admit it all has a...
Released by Paramount Pictures, the film Rear Window features a remarkable cast that includes Grace Kelly, James Stewart, Wendell Corey, Thelma Ritter, and Raymond Burr. This movie, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, is often regarded as one of his finest works. The story revolves around a photographer, played by Stewart, who is confined to his apartment due to a broken leg. As he observes his neighbors through his rear window, he becomes convinced that one of them has committed murder. The tension builds as he enlists the help of his girlfriend, portrayed by Kelly, to uncover the truth. The performances of the cast are compelling, with each actor bringing depth to their roles. The film's suspenseful narrative and innovative use of a single setting have led many, including the narrator, to consider it not only one of Hitchcock's best films, but also one of the greatest films ever made. Its impact on the thriller genre is profound, influencing countless filmmakers and captivating audiences for decades.
Hard for you to keep away from that word, isn't it?
You could see all that he did, couldn't you?
Of course.
You could see because the...
Follows an immobilized photojournalist named Jeff, who, after breaking his leg, ends up wheelchair-bound and spies on his neighbors, eventually suspecting a murder. The film captures the tension and intrigue of Jeff's observations as he becomes increasingly convinced that one of his neighbors has committed a crime. The story unfolds in a single apartment complex, showcasing the lives of various residents through Jeff's window. This limited perspective heightens the suspense, as viewers are drawn into Jeff's world of speculation and paranoia. The film's masterful direction by Alfred Hitchcock creates a sense of claustrophobia and urgency, making the audience question what is real and what is imagined. The film was unavailable for 3 decades because Hitchcock bought back the rights and left them to his daughter. This decision kept the film from being shown to new audiences for many years, adding to its mystique. When it finally became available again, it was celebrated for its innovative storytelling and psychological depth, solidifying its place as a classic in cinema history.
Without any future.
Well, when am I going to see you again?
In 1984, 5 films by Alfred Hitchcock that had been unavailable for years were re-released in theaters, capturing the attention of both old fans and new audiences. One of these films was Rear Window, a classic thriller that showcases Hitchcock's masterful storytelling and suspense-building techniques. The film follows a wheelchair-bound photographer who believes he has witnessed a murder in his neighbor's apartment. As he becomes increasingly obsessed with the lives of those around him, the tension builds, leading to a gripping climax. Alongside Rear Window, The Man Who Knew Too Much, released in 1956, also made its return. This film features a couple who become embroiled in an international assassination plot while on vacation. Rope, from 1948, is another notable film that explores the psychological tension between 2 friends who commit murder and invite their acquaintances over for a dinner party. The Trouble with Harry, released in 1955, offers a darkly comedic take on death and the complications that arise when a body is discovered in a small town. Lastly, Vertigo, released in 1958, is a haunting tale of obsession and identity, following a retired detective who becomes fixated on a woman he is hired to follow. These films not only highlight Hitchcock's genius, but also reflect the evolving landscape of cinema during that era. In the process of creating the film Rear Window, several significant changes were made to the original script and story. One notable alteration involved a scene where the main character, Jeff, was supposed to talk to his editor outside the apartment. However, Alfred Hitchcock, the director, felt that this scene was too distracting and ultimately decided to cut it. This decision reflects Hitchcock's keen sense of pacing and focus, ensuring that the audience remained engaged with the central narrative. Additionally, the original story did not include a love story or the various neighbors that became integral to the film. These elements were introduced by Hitchcock and screenwriter John Michael Hayes to enhance the plot and add depth to the characters. The love story between Jeff and Lisa provided emotional stakes, while the diverse cast of neighbors added intrigue and suspense. By weaving these components into the narrative, Hitchcock transformed a simple premise into a rich tapestry of human relationships and moral dilemmas. The changes made to the script not only shaped the film's direction, but also contributed to its lasting impact on cinema.
Problems?
I have one now.
So do I.
John Michael Hayes played a significant role in shaping the character of Lisa in Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. He encouraged Hitchcock to spend time with Grace Kelly, which allowed the director to draw inspiration from her personality and charm. This interaction helped create a more authentic and relatable character. Grace Kelly's elegance and poise were reflected in Lisa, making her a memorable part of the film. The relationship between Hitchcock and Jimmy Stewart was also noteworthy. They shared a formal yet intimate friendship that was primarily centered around their work. While they collaborated closely on the film, they rarely socialized outside of the professional environment. This dynamic contributed to the unique chemistry seen on screen, as both men respected each other's craft. Their collaboration resulted in a film that is still celebrated for its suspense and character development. The careful crafting of Lisa, inspired by Grace Kelly, and the strong partnership between Hitchcock and Stewart were key elements that made Rear Window a classic in cinema history.
Lonely heart, she drank herself to sleep again, alone.
Poor soul. Oh,
The set for the movie Rear Window was a remarkable achievement in film production. It took a dedicated team of 50 men 2 months to construct, with a total cost of about $100,000. This significant investment in set design was essential to create the film's unique atmosphere. The courtyard, which plays a crucial role in the story, was ingeniously built in a basement storage space, allowing for a controlled environment that could be manipulated for filming. The set featured 31 apartments, each designed to reflect the lives of the characters living in them. Out of these, 12 apartments were fully furnished, showcasing a variety of styles and personal touches that added depth to the narrative. The attention to detail in these apartments helped to immerse the audience in the world of the film. During the filming, the set even caught the eye of a magazine, which featured it in a spread, highlighting the creativity and effort that went into its construction. This behind-the-scenes work contributed significantly to the film's overall impact and success.
How would you start to cut up a human body?
Jeff, I'll...
The set of Rear Window featured 4 distinct lighting setups that were controlled remotely from Jeff's apartment. This innovative approach allowed for precise manipulation of light to enhance the film's suspenseful atmosphere. At one point during filming, the lights accidentally triggered the sprinkler system, leading to an unexpected shutdown. This incident highlighted the complexities and challenges of managing such a detailed lighting design. In addition to the lighting, costume design played a crucial role in shaping the film's visual narrative. Alfred Hitchcock collaborated closely with renowned costume designer Edith Head to create the iconic look for Grace Kelly's character. Hitchcock was particularly attentive to the details, even suggesting the addition of padding for one of Kelly's costumes. However, both Kelly and Head made subtle adjustments to the design, opting for a more natural appearance without the actual padding. This careful consideration of both lighting and costume design contributed significantly to the film's overall aesthetic and storytelling, showcasing the meticulous craftsmanship behind Rear Window. Georgine Darcy, who portrayed the character Miss Torso in Alfred Hitchcock's classic film Rear Window, brought a unique flair to her role. During the filming, she lived in her on-set apartment, which allowed her to immerse herself fully in the character's lifestyle. This close proximity to her character's environment helped her to develop a more authentic performance. Darcy took it a step further by choreographing her own dance moves, showcasing her creativity and dedication to the role. Hitchcock, known for his meticulous attention to detail and psychological manipulation, employed an interesting tactic to elicit a genuine reaction from Darcy during a particular scene. He used a pumpkin pie, an unexpected prop, to provoke an adverse response. This method highlighted Hitchcock's ability to blend humor with tension, creating a memorable moment that added depth to the film. The combination of Darcy's talent and Hitchcock's innovative direction contributed to the film's lasting impact and showcased the intricate relationship between actor and director in the art of filmmaking.
Your husband still loves you.
The police.
What?
You called the police.
Well, not exactly.
On the last day of filming Rear Window, a memorable wrap party took place that highlighted the camaraderie among the cast and crew. Alfred Hitchcock, known for his unique sense of humor and creativity, led the celebration with a special surprise for actress Grace Kelly, who played the role of Lisa Fremont. The highlight of the event was an anatomically correct cake crafted in the shape of Kelly's figure. This cake was not just a playful gesture, but also a testament to the close relationships formed during the filming process. The cast and crew gathered to share laughter and stories, reflecting on the challenges and triumphs of bringing the suspenseful story to life. The cake became a symbol of their hard work and dedication, as well as a lighthearted moment that would be remembered fondly by all involved. The wrap party encapsulated the spirit of collaboration and creativity that defined the making of Rear Window, leaving everyone with lasting memories of their time together.
Not working.
What?
It happens to be my day off.
Well, I usually took my best picture.
Rear Window, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, is a film that masterfully combines suspense and drama in an intimate setting, showcasing the director's genius and ability to draw the audience into a gripping narrative. The film centers on Jeff Jeffries, portrayed by Jimmy Stewart, a world-renowned photographer who, due to a broken leg, finds himself confined to a wheelchair in his apartment. This limitation sparks a slow yet captivating buildup of tension as Jeffries turns to observing his neighbors across the courtyard, a decision that transforms his mundane existence into a thrilling experience filled with mystery. The film structure is strikingly innovative. The entire narrative unfolds within the confines of a single set. This carefully designed apartment complex not only enhances the realism of the story, but serves as a character in its own right. Critics have noted that the set design is among the greatest in cinematic history, offering authenticity and allowing the audience to immerse themselves in the lives and dramas of the various inhabitants. The visuals are further elevated by exceptional direction, lighting, and sound effects, which together create an atmospheric experience that draws viewers deeper into Jeffries' voyeurism and subsequent suspense. As Jeffries engages in his observations, the film invites viewers to reflect on themes of morality, ethics, and human curiosity. The moral ambiguity is palpable. Jeffries becomes a reluctant hero as he entangles himself in a web of suspicion regarding one of his neighbors, who he believes may have committed a murder. This subplot not only heightens tension, but also provides a thought-provoking commentary on the nature of observation and intervention. Hitchcock crafts a narrative that questions whether it is right to intrude upon the lives of others, a theme that resonates even today. Opponents of this perspective argue that the film's pacing can appear sluggish at times, particularly in its early sections, where the suspense unfolds slowly, almost timidly. While some appreciate this deliberate build-up as an essential part of the film's charm, others feel that it detracts from the overall experience, making parts of the film seem laborious. However, it can be asserted that this gradual approach enhances the eventual climax, allowing audiences to savor the intricate details and character nuances revealed throughout. Another point of discussion centers on the film's portrayal of women, particularly through the character of Lisa, played compellingly by Grace Kelly. Many reviews highlight her as a standout performer, showcasing her beauty and charisma while displaying a strong character who challenges Jeffries' suspicious proclivities. Some praise her as a fascinating counterpart to Jeffries, embodying both ambition and intelligence as she seeks to integrate herself into his world. In contrast, others criticize the script's treatment of women, arguing that it relies on traditional gender roles, where Lisa often operates to amplify Jeffries' character rather than existing as an independent entity with her own motives. Nevertheless, her magnetic presence undeniably shapes much of the film's charm and allure. Furthermore, Hitchcock's ability to engage the audience emotionally is noteworthy. As viewers witness Jeffries' descent into obsession, they are drawn into a whirlwind of suspense and unease. The film cleverly plays with the viewer's empathy, making Jeffries a relatable protagonist despite his initially dubious behavior. His growing obsession reflects a universal fear of isolation and the human desire to uncover the truth, encapsulating the tension that arises when curiosity intertwines with moral implications. In conclusion, Rear Window remains a timeless classic due to its innovative use of a single set, masterful direction, and complex character dynamics. It evokes a range of emotions and discussions, addressing themes of voyeurism, morality, and the nature of relationships. Although it boasts a slow burn suspense that may not appeal to all, the film ultimately rewards patient viewers with a rich and rewarding narrative experience. Hitchcock's exploration of these themes, combined with standout performances, particularly from Stewart and Kelly, ensures that Rear Window continues to captivate audiences and provoke critical thought decades after its release, firmly establishing it as a cornerstone of cinematic history. Whether one approaches it as a suspenseful thriller or a complex psychological study, the film possesses layers that invite analysis and appreciation, ensuring its place in the annals of film excellence. As we draw our story of Rear Window to a close, the intrigue doesn't end with the final frame. Imagine stepping beyond the confines of that suspenseful apartment, peeking into the lives of the actors who brought this cinematic experience to life. What happened to James Stewart after he solved the mystery behind those curtains? Did Grace Kelly's star continue to rise with the same captivating grace? And what of the supporting cast, whose performances added rich layers to this unforgettable tale? Join us as we uncover the stories that followed the credits. We'll explore the fascinating career paths, unexpected shifts, and personal journeys that the cast embarked upon after the spotlight faded. The lives they lived were often just as dramatic, remarkable, and sometimes even more thrilling than the film itself. Get ready to dive deeper into the afterglow of a classic film as we reveal the twists and turns that these icons encountered in their lives post-Rear Window.
Coming from?
Some songwriter over there in the studio apartment. Wow.
Grace Kelly's portrayal of Lisa Fremont in Alfred Hitchcock's 1954 film Rear Window showcased her stunning beauty, sophistication, and vulnerability. As a fashion icon and the love interest of the wheelchair-bound protagonist, her character reflected themes of desire and constraint, mirroring Kelly's own life struggles. Despite her success in Hollywood, Kelly faced immense personal challenges, including intense scrutiny from the press and strained relationships. After her remarkable film career, which included hits like High Noon and To Catch a Thief, she withdrew from acting at the young age of 26 to marry Prince Rainier III of Monaco. This move solidified her role as a real-life princess, but came with its own hardships, such as adapting to royal duties and navigating the complexities of her new life. In the late 1970s, her life took darker turns, marked by rumors of her difficult marriage and her struggles with isolation. She maintained a public facade of grace, but behind closed doors, she faced personal turmoil. Kelly died in a tragic car accident in 1982, leaving a legacy that remains complex and enigmatic. Her last known public appearance was just before her death, indicating her continued role as a beloved figure in both film and royal history. The mystery of her life, an untimely end, lingers, painting a portrait of a woman who soared to great heights yet faced profound challenges.
And then all of a sudden she goes away on a trip and leaves it behind. Why?
Raymond Burr's portrayal of Lars Thorwald in the 1954 film Rear Window stands as one of his most haunting performances. As a man suspected of murder, Burr embodied a chilling presence that captivated audiences. His character's sinister demeanor was amplified by Burr's ability to convey a sense of lurking menace with subtle gestures and expressions, making Thorwald an unforgettable figure in cinema. The film's exploration of voyeurism and morality found its most compelling antagonist in Burr, whose skillful performance turned the neighborhood's suspicions into a palpable tension that resonated throughout the story. After Rear Window, Burr's career continued to flourish, yet his personal life was shrouded in complexities. Despite his on-screen success, he faced deep personal tragedies, including the death of his partner, which left him devastated. Burr's struggles with loneliness and grief often contrasted sharply with his public persona. He also faced significant challenges in his quest for love, enduring a series of relationships marked by heartache. Despite these shadows, Burr became a beloved figure thanks to his iconic role in the television series Perry Mason, gaining immense popularity. He maintained a facade of mystery, rarely discussing his personal life, but it was whispered that he battled inner demons throughout his later years. The last known information suggests that Burr remained active in Hollywood until his death in 1993, leaving behind a legacy as an enigmatic actor whose life mirrored the complexities of the characters he portrayed.
New York State sentence for a peeping Tom is 6 months in the workhouse.
Kathryn Grant portrayed the girl at the songwriter's party in the classic 1954 film Rear Window. This brief yet memorable role allowed her to showcase a charming presence amidst a talented cast. Though her character's lines were limited, her performance added depth to the film's atmosphere of jealousy and intrigue. Following Rear Window, Kathryn's career flourished with notable performances in various television shows and movies. However, her life was shadowed by personal hardships. After marrying Bing Crosby, she faced public scrutiny, especially following allegations of infidelity that marred their relationship. Kathryn also endured a difficult divorce, which took a toll on her mental health. The pressures of stardom soon faded, leading her to struggle with depression. In her later years, she largely withdrew from the public eye, focusing on family and personal projects. The last known information about Kathryn reveals she has lived in relative privacy, with few public appearances since the late 1990s, leaving her legacy as an enigmatic figure in Hollywood.
This in the workhouse. You know, in the old days, they used to put your eyes out with a red-hot poker. Any of those bikinis.
Alfred Hitchcock's role as the songwriter's clockwinder in the 1954 film Rear Window is both subtle and haunting. This seemingly minor character serves as a representation of time, fate, and the ongoing nature of life, echoing the film's themes of surveillance and voyeurism. The clock tallies the minutes, reminding the protagonist, Jeff, of the ticking clock over his stagnant life confined to a wheelchair. Hitchcock, known for his mastery of suspense, often crafted characters that symbolize deeper meanings, and this role exemplifies his ability to weave small parts into larger narratives. In the years following Rear Window, Hitchcock faced numerous personal and professional challenges. He was often criticized for his treatment of actresses, particularly Tippi Hedren during the making of The Birds, where he subjected her to psychological torment. His career continued to flourish, but his relationships and personal life were marred by scandals, and the obsession with control, struggles with weight, and health issues plagued his later years, contributing to a reclusive nature. Hitchcock passed away in 1980, leaving a complex legacy intertwined with both brilliance and controversy. The last known information about him reflects a filmmaker whose genius was shadowed by dark personal demons.
And there's 6 volumes.
You know, by tomorrow morning, there may not be any.
Sue Casey portrayed the sunbather in Alfred Hitchcock's 1954 film Rear Window, a character caught in the voyeuristic gaze of the film's protagonist. In a brief but memorable appearance, her character represented innocence and allure, contrasting sharply with the film's darker themes of obsession and murder. Sue's performance, though minor, left a lasting impression, embodying the era's fascination with beauty and the unsettling undercurrents of suburban life. After her role in Rear Window, Sue's career continued in film and television, yet she faced struggles typical of many actors in Hollywood. The unpredictable nature of the business led to fewer opportunities, and despite her early promise, she gradually withdrew from acting. Her personal life was marred by challenges, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, and a battle with depression that went largely unnoticed by the public. Her later years remained shrouded in mystery, with little known about her activities after the 1970s. Reports suggest she lived a quiet life away from the spotlight, emphasizing her desire for privacy. The details of her death remain elusive, adding to the aura of enigma surrounding her life. Last known information indicates she passed away in the early 2000s, leaving behind a legacy defined not just by her brief role in Rear Window, but also by the personal trials that shaped her existence.
His wife long distance on the day she left, after she arrived in Marriottsville. Why did she write a card to him saying...
Frank Cady played the enigmatic man on fire escape in Alfred Hitchcock's 1954 thriller Rear Window. His brief but memorable appearance added tension to the narrative. Cady's character subtly underscored the constantly looming threat surrounding the film's protagonist, drawing viewers into the mystery of the neighborhood's secrets. This role, small yet impactful, showcased Cady's ability to convey depth and suspense in just a few moments on screen. After Rear Window, Cady's career flourished primarily in television, with notable roles in series like Green Acres and the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. However, life was not merely a series of professional triumphs. Cady battled personal hardships, including the struggles of keeping his privacy in an industry rife with public scrutiny. He faced health challenges later in life, which forced him to step back from acting. Tragedy touched Cady's life with the death of his beloved wife, which deeply affected him. Known for being private, he often eschewed glamour, preferring a quiet life. His final years were spent away from the spotlight, and he passed away in 2012, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence the film and television landscape.
Not an official call, just an old friend of mine.
Wendell Corey played Tom Doyle in the 1954 film Rear Window, where he portrayed a calm and collected detective. His character served as a counterbalance to the more frantic lead, providing a blend of skepticism and support. Corey's performance was marked by a subtle intensity, reflecting a man torn between professional duty and personal morals. After Rear Window, Corey faced numerous challenges. His career fluctuated, with roles diminishing as he became more involved in off-screen controversies. In 1956, he was involved in a scandal when he was accused of making anti-communist statements during the height of McCarthyism, which marked a turning point in his public image. Personal struggles with alcoholism and financial difficulties plagued him, cutting short a once promising acting career. Despite a few notable appearances in television and film, including a role in the series The Robber Bridegroom, he never recaptured the fame of his earlier years. In his later years, Corey retreated from the spotlight, living in relative obscurity until his death in 1968. His final days remain shrouded in mystery, with few records detailing his thoughts or feelings about his tumultuous life. He left behind a legacy marked by both unforgettable performances and personal turmoil. In the 1954 movie Rear Window, Gig Young portrays Jeff's editor, a minor yet pivotal role that reveals his versatility as an actor. Through his character, Young provides critical support to Jeff's investigative mission, blending authority with a hint of skepticism. This role follows a notable trajectory in Young's career, characterized by his ability to transition effortlessly between stage and screen. Despite the success in his acting career, Young's life was marked by chaos and personal struggles. He faced significant challenges, including 4 troubled marriages, each riddled with turmoil and disappointment. In the 1970s, Young's life took a darker turn as he battled alcoholism, which deeply affected his career prospects. His struggles culminated in a tragic incident in 1978, when he fatally shot his 5th wife, and then turned the gun on himself, an act that shocked Hollywood. Young's life serves as a haunting reminder of the duality of fame, where success does not shield one from personal demons. Today, his legacy continues to elicit intrigue, leaving behind unanswered questions about the man behind the roles. Bess Flowers played the role of a songwriter's party guest with Poodle in Alfred Hitchcock's 1954 film Rear Window. Despite her minor part, Flowers stood out among the ensemble cast, bringing a touch of glamour and charm to the scene. Her presence added to the vibrant atmosphere of a gathering that subtly framed the film's tension and intrigue. Flowers had a prolific career in Hollywood, appearing in over 120 films, often as a background character that enriched the narrative. Despite this, her personal life was marked by shadows. Known as the Queen of the Extras, she battled through a series of personal hardships. She experienced the pain of losing her father at an early age, which impacted her view on relationships. Scandal touched her life when rumors circulated about her affairs with prominent actors, reflecting the complex dynamics of fame and friendship in Hollywood. In her later years, Flowers faced health challenges that left her reclusive. The last known information about her indicates she lived quietly until her passing in 1984. Her legacy remains tied to her significant contributions to cinema, though her personal struggles reveal the darker side of a seemingly bright Hollywood life.
Seemed worried about it. Asked somebody's advice over the telephone.
Someone not his wife.
In Alfred Hitchcock's 1954 film Rear Window, Thelma Ritter shines as Stella, the shrewd and caring nurse who brings warmth and wit to the dark narrative. Her portrayal of Stella serves as a vital moral compass for the main character, Jeff. Ritter's performance stands out not only for its humor, but also for its underlying tension, reflecting the weight of surveillance and voyeurism that permeates the film. After Rear Window, Ritter's career continued to flourish. She received 6 Academy Award nominations, all for supporting roles, making her a notable figure in Hollywood. However, her personal life was marked by tragedy. She faced the loss of her beloved father, and struggled with the demands of her acting career, which often kept her away from her family. Ritter's marriage to film editor and director William H. Wright was rocky and at times riddled with public speculation about infidelities. The latter years of her life revealed a more somber tale, as she battled ill health and struggled to maintain her professional footing amid changing times in the film industry. The loss of her close friends and contemporaries weighed heavily on her spirit. Thelma Ritter passed away in 1969 at the age of 66, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with both triumph and heartache. As of recent updates, her remarkable contributions to film continue to be revered, ensuring that her presence may darken, yet enrich the screens of future generations.
How's your leg?
James Stewart's portrayal of L.B. Jeffries in Rear Window reveals a complex character trapped in both physical and psychological confinement. Jeffries, a photographer recovering from an accident, becomes obsessed with the lives of his neighbors. Stewart brings a haunting vulnerability to this role, showcasing the thin line between curiosity and paranoia. The film taps into his ability to express nuanced emotions, drawing audiences into Jeffries' unraveling psyche. This performance is a high point in Stewart's illustrious career, marking his transition into darker, more adult roles after years of playing romantic leads. Following Rear Window, Stewart faced significant challenges. He served in the U.S. Air Force during World War II, which left him with lasting anxiety and trauma. Later, he dealt with personal loss, including the death of his beloved mother, which weighed heavily on him. His marriage to Gloria Hattrick McLean had its own strife, navigating infidelities and a troubled domestic life. Despite these hardships, he continued to thrive in Hollywood, earning an Oscar for The Philadelphia Story, and starring in classics like It's a Wonderful Life. Stewart's later years were marked by deep introspection and a shift toward quieter roles. He became more involved in philanthropy and focused on family. His legacy, however, remains entwined with the shadows of his personal struggles and the complex characters he brought to life. Last public appearances were taken with humility, showing a man reflective of a life well lived, but not without its darker moments.
Well, make the rest easy.
Wasn't that close?
As we wrap up our discussion on the iconic film, it's important to reflect on how Rear Window shaped not only its cast careers, but also a generation of viewers. James Stewart, often remembered for his roles in classic films, faced a transformative period post-Rear Window. Grace Kelly's leap from actress to princess redefined her life after this film. The challenges of filming in a confined set added depth to their performances and created a timeless suspense that still resonates today. For many, watching this film in childhood brought a mix of thrill and intrigue, opening the door to a love for classic cinema. Perhaps you remember sneaking in a late-night viewing, feeling the tension build with every twist. What are your memories tied to Rear Window? Did it spark a passion for mystery? Did it inspire you in unexpected ways? We invite you to share your personal stories in the comments below, honoring the cherished moments you hold from this remarkable film. Your experiences are part of the legacy of this cinematic treasure.
The right girl for any man with half a brain who can get one eye open.
Oh, she's all